I think you better look at this. What is this here? Okay. Here's downtown. And over here where the steam is, oh, you're still running, right? That's nuts. Okay. Anyway, there's a steam plant right there with the steam billowing. There's the coal storage for it, I believe. What is this? Yeah. But that's a new facility. That's a new steam plant there. And there's an old one that you find in all the oldest photographs of the city of Minneapolis. And it's right there where those 4 stacks are. That's the old steam plant. They still use it today though. They still use that one too. So I'm gonna head that way. Trains down here. And these are all from the planes. They're causing a huge dip in the jet stream for this next round. So that's all they're doing up there, you know. They're just moving the jet stream around, causing weather to happen. Gonna go through the college campus here. Quicker this way. Up here. Over here. Wow, that's neat. Yeah, that's what I'm going down. Oh, look at the brick. See here? At the bay at the bottom. There's equipment down there in this wall, and then the river and the. Here, I'll show you here. So here it is up close, the old steam plant right there. That's this building, and these stacks are in the oldest photographs, 1800s photographs of the city, and they still update it. They keep it all very well kept and pointed and all that. But this is all. Look at the cracks. There's enormous cracks going through. And there's a big metal pipe in it. I think this fence is original too. I think it's fastened into this wall. There it is. Let me see. Oh, this is new. sometimes you see the posts are melted right into the wall itself. In this case, this is a new fence. Sometimes you find the old ones, and they're usually nicer than this. Yeah, this is a new. The older ones have like ornate. They are ornate. They're nicer. And see how these are cracking like granite here, in big chunks like this. There's not a bunch of spider cracks in here. It's just like granite. And over here, it's like, yeah, you got this pebble treated, but that's another step emerging. And here's some more. I don't know. That's just the wall right there for this terrace. There's a bunch of masonry underneath. The usual candidate. Look at the steps. Terrible plaster work. Just the other day it re-emerged. Had railings. Iron railing. And there's some more, yeah. This is all broken up on this side over here. That's another step right there came off. Over there. This terrace structure had more to it around this. There's masonry all up and down it. Concrete and bricks sticking out of it. And it's spirally, you know, the whole bit. There used to be a fellow who lived back. Oh yeah, he might be still back there. There's a big tent right there. I wonder if it's the same guy. I don't know if it's the same guy though. He was here for years though. I don't know. But there's some cool features around the corner, I think, right there. I want to go check out. Here's a better shot of it. All these steps. And this structure here, which has limestone slabs falling off it. We know what those are. See the brick joints right there? They're just all shriveled up. Yeah, I don't know why the wall ends back behind this thing in front of it. I don't know what that was. There's a structure right here too. I don't know if that's part of a maybe a trestle. Oh no, it aims this way, so I don't know what that was. It aims into the corner. So that was something else. It might be another one down there. No, that's something on its own. There's a slab right there. For the framework, I love the framework with rivets, all rivets. And pounded out here, rivets. You know, that's a two-man job, eh? You gotta have one man on one side, one on the other side to pound these suckers out. Every last one of them, too. 2 men on each one to pound those suckers out. It's a big tent. There's a slab right there, just randomly. And it looks like limestone, and it is limestone, but we know what it was. This is a nice iron, too. Angle iron. A 1/4 of an inch thick. I don't know what that beefy structure is here, but nice framework. Let's see if anybody's home. Mind needs to be checking out. The stairway went around this way. There was like a walkway maybe here, but there was more stairs here. And this is kind of the top of it. It's cement. They're all broken up, and here's the bricks. It's all broken up. That's the steps. Going right to here. So that was like a landing. Maybe the other side of steps went that way. There's a pile of pillars sticking out of here every which manner. Some of them are deep. Discarded this way and that way. I think maybe, I don't know, this one's kind of deep. And there's a structure. Oh, there's a bunch of structure on the edge of the water here. What is all this? Okay, let's go check this out. I gotta get the scooter. I don't know if everybody's home, but it's right up here. Look at the brick sticking out, and look at the condition of these. Look at the condition of this here. See? And they would tell you that this is like a slab of limestone that they like shaped up. But look at here. Mirror flat. Mirror flat. But on this surface though, see here? This looks like, cause it is limestone. It's been cooked down into limestone, but they'll tell you it's natural, but look at this. You don't get no flatter than that, baby. And I pulled that out. Go ahead and exhale. Yeah. Massive structure. And there's other ways down by the river this way too. The river's right there. And it comes around right over here where we just were. And there she is. All the oldest photographs, I'm telling you. Right here with these 4 stacks. And there's a massive, random massive wall structure here at the water's edge. And it's blown out, it's massive. Gotta be careful on these guys. This is all damaged, baby. This is all damaged. The water's right there. Scooter's right there. And here's the trash back here. Gotta be careful so you don't walk into the bathroom either, you know. Be careful what you're stepping on around here. Yeah, just massive. Right at the water's edge too. This is more structure too. This is more structure right next to the water here that's all blown out. See it? See the bricks underneath the concrete there? Inside. Just more damage, baby. They're turning to limestone inside. See the bricks are limestone in there. And here, this is massive. And it's just a wall. It doesn't seem to be doing anything. It's just a thick, right here on the edge of the water. Oh, maybe it had something up there. There was a foundation for something, dummy. Tower. There was a tower here or something, or maybe a bridge, or maybe a bridge went across or something. This might be an old pier, bridge pier. See. Oh, look at it back here too. Yeah, see the anchors back up there. So there was some sort of a bridge support. There was a staircase right here that's all slopped up now. Yeah, it looks like it. You know, all these are bricks sticking out of here. All these everywhere, and big concrete thing here with a footing. There's some iron thing. There's a massive bridge too. This is a big bridge, whatever it was. It's a big pier. There are photographs of other bridges here too, like different bridges, not like for trains, but like more like conveyor looking things. I don't know. Okay, so sun's leaving us here. This is just the collapse at the base of the Stone Arch Bridge. I forgot about that. There's a big collapse down here of some debris. That's what this is down here. Oh yeah, look at the walls, wow. Crumbling to dust. Holy smokes. Looks like you can't, look at how it merges to the land. It's merging right into the land. You can barely see the transition here. Look at that. From the limestone hanging over. Let's go down there. This is beautiful here, the way there's twists. Look at that. Nice wood there. It's pulling up bricks. It's pulling up bricks, baby. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Sometimes you find artifacts in here too, where these trees have come up like this and uprooted. You'll find that there's much like artifacts in there too. I always like to check these. I found an unusual amount of goodies in these uprooted tree balls. It pillars all the way down there at the base of the water. And bricks, look at the wall. Big chunk of the wall there, baby. See here? Damage. Nice chunk of metal here too. And it's iron, it doesn't rust. It's barely rusting. Starting to, there's more stepping on masonry here. And it's hollow. It's not even that's not even a stone. What is that? Weird crevices here and there. And tunnels that go into this fucking city. Holy shit. And tunnels that go right into the fucking city. Give me a break. Got a crack here. Should we go in it? I'm not going in there alone. I'm not going in there alone. I'm telling you what. I'm telling you, I'll get somebody from up there. Come with me. I forgot about this one. This one was usually blocked off. I don't know why it's open now. Or how it got open. This one was... Oh no, this one was never blocked off, I don't think. Was it? Or was it? Maybe it was. Yeah. Oh, maybe they did put a bunch of shit in there. See here. Oh. They put in there a bunch of shit in there. Sticks and twigs. You think it's gonna stop us, baby? Well, there's a big long tunnel there. I can't see the end of it. And right under the surface of the ground level. That's not ground level up there. That's just a bunch of terracing going all the way up. So these overhangs, the arch of it. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. This was the arch and it's just hanging over. I'm gonna step on the board. I don't know if there's a hole under there. I don't know what the hell that's doing. Sometimes there's holes underneath boards. Gotta be careful stepping on boards around here. Yeah, that's just a big deep fucking tunnel, baby. Gives you the chills. Look at the bridge. And this is the Stone Arch Bridge in Minneapolis. This is all metal from the event. See, it's here loose, or maybe they brought this down here to tie up the vegetation. This is all original. This wall is seawall here, see? And around this way. Robust. I think they brought this up here. They dump this type of stuff all the time in front of stuff to help regulate and keep the water back. Used to be a huge staircase right here, and it's destroyed. And you can see the front. It used to go all the way up in here. Those are the foundations of it. You see the wood still kind of from the beams. That's what's left of the staircase. There's a bunch of walls going all across the entire riverside, and it's all the same stuff, the same brick, here and there. My scooter's been over there for a minute here. I gotta get around the corner. See all the damage here? All this debris. There's debris, there's wood sticking out of it, and it survived, see? Here. And it survived it. I mean, the building came apart and crumpled down. And I mean, imagine that piece coming and rolling down this here. That's enormous. Let's get back up that way. That's a creepy tunnel. I'll tell you what, eh? I'll tell you what, I can get to my scooter this way too. Be easier this way. Tunnel side. This is all blocked up in the Pebble Creek. This is all brick. There's a hole going into it. That's the fun way. That's the fun way, and you can either go in this way, right? You can either go in this way, like a doofus, like a lame, or you can start your adventure this way and slide through the hole, baby. Oh, what's that? What are you talking about? Here's downtown. And you go to focus coming. I'm not sure what that thing was. And that could have been anything. Gotta be quick. So this is the reservoir for the coal. It's a little different than the one over there that's in the building. At the new facility, they have the coal in the building. This over here used to be in a huge reservoir. A big masonry reservoir. It's beautiful too, the way it's structured. I'll show you in a minute, but this is there's coal in there. There's the building. And this is all a wall right here too. Oh, this is a big wall right across. And it goes, you can see where it starts right here. It kind of fades in right there. And watch this. Oh yeah, the structure of this is beautiful too, this reservoir. Oh, there's an old caterpillar up there. I'm gonna shut you off, man. How about that? Looks like an old 60s or 70s cat up there. Yeah. Nice. Look at that. Sweet. Now, give me a break with this. Look at the wall. Look at the wall here. Hang on a second. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better. Okay. It gets better. So it kind of goes into position right here. See, it just fades in. The whole thing was a wall across the drive here, and it fades in. They say it's a natural limestone formation here. That's what they would say this is, an outcropping. Embankment for the river or something like that. These are all bricks in here, and I'll show you that they are. These are all cooked out, but there's some here that survived. Let me show you. What a gorgeous structure this is. And then boom, it transforms right here, and it goes and morphs from the natural, which is what it stays natural on this side, and it just morphs into this. What is it, like a concrete looking deal here, see? It's like just brick with a cement surfacing, it looks like. And it just morphs right into, here's the transition right here, into this Pebble Creek mess, which is this stuff. See? And you're not going to build masonry underneath the fucking lip here of the natural wall. You're not going to build this up to underneath the natural wall here, right? No. That's ridiculous. You can see mortar here. There's a bunch of mortar here at the base. It's all pools up at the bottom. That's all mortar. The gray stuff here. It's all bled through the structure. You can still see joints between where the bricks were. In here, the joints. And some of the red color is still in here. The carbon rich red stuff, so. And then, so you get that, so it transitions right there. And this is what's man-made. We know it's man-made. You look at the burnt deal going on here. These are upraised too. It's like lime and calcium buildup and sodium from the masonry. This is a beautiful reservoir here. Okay. And then so that little corner bit, so then you'll say, okay, no, what they did was, see it's natural on this side again, see here? But no, don't be fooled. Don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. See, it goes all the way down. Now, you'll say, no, they came to the corner here and just built this for the cars, or whatever, in the 1800s anyway, for white cars, but so okay, whatever, they built this in the corner for some reason to see around the corner for when cars come, or wagons it would be. And then you come up around the corner, you follow this natural embankment. Natural. But then coming out of it, there is a perfect column still that survived. Let me see. And it survived, and look at the edge of it here, melted around the corner at the edge here, sheared off, melted just, you know, abruptly, and it's fused to the material on the left. Fused seamlessly, and we have something remaining right there, a column, and all sorts of masonry on top, bleeding over on top of it. You can see what's pooling up. This stuff. There. See here. And then you come around the corner here. Let me get that. Okay. So this gets larger around this edge here. Wow, it's beautiful. Look at the pipe, it's enormous. Holy smokes! That's gotta be about like 10 feet, 15 feet in diameter. Holy man, look at this. That is massive. There's always one behind. There's always one behind straggling and screaming. Now, let me put the glasses down. See here? I said it gets better. So there's a column right there. And what the hell is that doing right there? For what? How'd they fuse it into the stone? See? How would they have done that? Excuse me. That's ridiculous. See? So that's an anomaly. The big column in the middle of the wall. This whole thing was a perfect wall. No, this is a bunch of bleed over. Look at the bleed over here. This is like mortar and stuff that bleeds through all the joints, like break loose. You can see like a lot of the mortar seems to just like bleed through, comes out of the joints and bleeds through it, and finds its way out somewhere like this in loads. I find that often. See, that's all a bunch of like mortar bleed off. It seems to be all mortar. It's all the same. And it's hard too. It looks like dirt, but it's hard. You can't break it off really. It's hard. And it doesn't really leave too much residue. Yeah. The overhanging stuff. And yeah, look at this. So all this material. Now, and it was all brick, see? And look what they've done. See, this survived here. It survived Oh, those survived right there. Here. Look, there's a wall. You see here? You see here? And all this, and look what they've done. Another brick hanging out. Half cocked ass sideways. Half cocked ass sideways. And it's stuck. Okay, and there's a stamp on it. And it's what's that doing in the middle of a natural wall? And we don't have volcano explosions, so what the hell is this volcanic looking shit doing here anyway? Right? No, well you can see what happened. It bled through the wall. There's more bricks right there. And here. And everywhere, all around. See? And somebody came here, now this was creepy because somebody put graffiti on this. Oh, isn't that special? And they put it with green. And when this was all forwards up, the first time I found this summer, you couldn't even see that patch because it was all green. There was all a bunch of green all growing up around here. And that's clever, ain't it? They used green to blend it in. So somebody was here that didn't want you to see this. And they were here and their paws have touched this. That's weird. So some of these folks who are doing this know what they're covering up. To the degree that we're investigating this, they know what we know, and likely more. It makes it very hard to see that, doesn't it? It blends right in with the green. It makes it very hard to see that, because it would stand out if it wasn't there, if that wasn't painted on. It would stand out. But you come down the rest of the way, there's bricks sticking out here and there, just every which manner, just they pop up here and there, in the middle of a natural wall, right? Right? All up there, just sticking out. You see here? You see here? Okay, in a natural wall, we have bricks damaged, half cocked ass, every which direction, seemingly for no reason. Why? If you're going to say a repair, then say it. Then say it. Waste your breath. Waste your breath. Another pipe going straight down into where this one leads into. I don't know what's behind there. And then this wall continues on. And it looks less natural over here. More blockied up. Over here, more kind of solid limestone. It kind of just solidified in the limestone as it was in place. You see, kind of like this. And over here, it just kind of blocked up. And likely because of the immensity of the wall, how large it gets right here compared to over here. And the bottom, it's always from the bottom. The heat comes from the bottom. It's not a foundation. It's not level. This is not a stone foundation. It's not level. Look up here. And it cuts right here. There's a dip. And a huge dip at the end. It's not a foundation. This is damage to the wall. It all looked flat like that. It all had a nice cement surface on it. And it was all made of motherfucking bricks, baby. Look at the wall. Look here. Look here, baby. Anywhere you look. You see here? This is Pebble Creek. It's crumbly. It crumbles to dust. It comes out. See, it's crumbly. See? And it's pretty, but it's very inconsistent. Look how large this aggregate is. How it's inconsistent. You wouldn't use that for anything. And they didn't. This was merely just bricks. This is merely just bricks. High heat did this. There's a piece of one sticking out here. Inside of here. In the creek. In the Pebble Creek. These are all just chunks and pieces of bricks turned up, and they've turned gray and ashen and gray when they've been cooked out. But they're all pieces of bricks like this here. There's stamps on them even. All these little chunks and pieces are. They've turned up and turned around. See up here. This is damaged. These are damaged, not repairs. These are damaged. These need repair. These need repair. You know, look at behind. And you're gonna put a brick this way. Yeah, put a brick that way, right? Who approved of it? Whose wall was this? And did they know this happened? I'm sure they wouldn't have approved of that. That's not funny. Have at a cock angle like that. That's not funny. That's not funny. And it's ratty. And it looks ratty. Give me a break. Who are you kidding? What are you looking at? So you see, and you can see what happens. It just all comes together and just to a solid gray mass, or it will turn up and break up. Those will break up into these chunks like this, and they'll eventually cook out of their color. See? They'll break up like that, or they'll, yeah, that's what they do. They do the dance. Baby, look at this. They melt. They come together. These solid materials, or just different materials, rather. Different. See the red in this stuff still. All the way the fuck around, see? Give me a break. And these are repairs, these damaged bricks. These damaged bricks are repairs. And the gray wall, and the gray, look at this burnt. And look at burnt. Baby. Who are you kidding? And nobody sees this wall back here because it says private property back over there. And it's not. This is a historic landmark here that they're blocking off. The sign is phony. This is an historic landmark, and we have the right to see it. And you see how the bricks are just shuffled up here, and they've survived in just little pieces and bits there and there. The whole thing. Ain't no repairs with those damaged bricks, baby. With that damaged hunk of shit. Now what bright moron thought that was going to be a good repair right there? That was going to work. There's no other reason for and here's a trestle back here. Seems to have been a conveyor system. It's too close to the wall to be a train. But it has a track on top. It seems to have been a conveyor trestle. See the truss work here? This iron truss work. See the framework. Oh, excuse me. You get the idea. A little dark over here. That's no. Look at the artwork. And we got demons and devils everywhere, every which manner. See, this is the type of bizarre shit I'm talking about. Protect nothing. Protect. Yeah, we'll see. This place will get hot once again. This place will get hot once again, baby. He said it, not me. He said it, not I. This place will burn yet again in a lake of fire, and you're gonna go down with it, baby. These folks, the folks that are lying to us. Okay, and that bridge went into the river. That bridge went into the fucking river. And guess where a fellow was that evening? Yeah, you wouldn't believe it. A fellow was just behind the building over here at the Aveda Institute. If you know where that is, it's blocks away from that bridge. And we were here to I was getting a facial with my mother. God rest her soul, getting a facial over there. And they knocked the bridge in the river. That wasn't strange. The air was yellow too. And when that was over, when we came out, it was like maybe 45 minutes after it happened, and the air was yellow. Everything was yellow out here. What the hell was that all about? I don't know. But anywho, this is the steam factory, the steam plant in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It used to help the power operation and the steam needs for the city along the river front, and in conjunction with the other building, the power station powered up all the buildings along the riverfront on both sides of the river, all the way down there, across downtown, and on this side, all the mills. And they still use this sucker today. The folks are parked over there right now. And you ain't kidding. Right? Oh, you're right, penis. Yeah, they're not clever either. These folks are not clever. But who am I to say? Let's go, baby.